Kaladikarichi. And Nilakanta Sastri was an Indian historian who wrote on South Indian history. Many of his books form the standard reference works on the subject. Sastri was acclaimed for his scholarship and mastery of sources and was a recipient of the third highest Indian civilian honour of Padma Bhushan. Career. Nilakanta Sastri was born in a poor Brahmin family in Kaladikarichi near Tirunelveli, on 12 August 1892. He completed his FA in MDT Hindu College, Tirunelveli, and his college education in Madras Christian College. Sastri obtained his MA by coming first in the Madras Presidency. He joined the Hindu College as lecturer in 1913, where he taught till 1918. He served as Professor of History, Banaras Hindu University from 1918 to 1920. After that he became the principal of the newly started Arts College of Annamalai University. In 1929, he was employed as Professor of History at National College, Trichy. The same year, he succeeded Sakottai Krishna Swami Iyengar as the Professor of History and Archaeology at the Madras University, a post he held till 1946. He was the Professor of Indology at the University of Mysore from 1952 to 1955. He was appointed as the ex officio Director of Archaeology for the Mysore State in 1954. He was also the President of the All India Oriental Conference in the early 1950s. From 1957 to 1972, he served with the UNESCO's Institute of Traditional Cultures of Southeast Asia, as the director of the institute. In 1957, he was awarded the Padma Bhushan, India's third highest civilian honour. In the summer of 1959, he was a visiting professor at the University of Chicago, where he delivered a series of lectures on South Indian history. Nilakanta Sastri died in 1975. Legacy. Nilakanta Sastri is regarded as the greatest and most prolific among professional historians of South India. Tamil historian A.R. Venkatachalapathy regards him as arguably the most distinguished historian of 20th-century Tamil Nadu. Sastri's A History of South India is a recommended textbook for university students of Indian history. In a preface to the 2013 reprint, historian Sanjay Subramaniam describes the book thus: a classic work, which retains its importance and has never quite been replaced. It shows the author's mastery over a huge set of sources, which placed him head and shoulders above other South Indian historians of his time. Criticism. In 1915, a Bengali historian Jadunath Sarkar wrote an essay, Confessions of a History Teacher, in the Modern Review, regretting the lack of acclaimed historical works in vernacular languages and stressed that efforts should be made to write history books and teach history in vernacular languages. Nilakanta Sastri, who was then a young teacher in Tirunelveli, wrote a letter to the newspaper opposing Sarkar's suggestion by saying that English serves me better as a medium of expression than Tamil, in handling historical subjects. Perhaps the vernacular is not so well off in this part of the country as it should be. Sastri's comments evoked sharp criticism from the nationalist poet Subramanya Bharathi. According to Venkatachalapathy, Sastri's Tamil proficiency was not good and he relied on Tamil scholar S. Variyapuri Pillai for understanding Tamil literary works. Thus he was not able to analyze the changing meaning of words over time. Venkatachalapathy says, the professional historiography in Tamil Nadu practiced during K.A. Nilakanta Sastri's period, there was rarely any interrogation of sources. The Pandyan kingdom from the earliest times to the 16th century. Luzik. Sastri. A. Nilakanta. Studies in Chola History and Administration. University of Madras. Sastri. A. Nilakanta. Bacoles. University of Madras. Sastri. A. Nilakanta. A Comprehensive History of India. Orient Longman. Sastri. A. Nilakanta. Historical Method in Relation to Problems of South Indian History. University of Madras. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Gleanings on Social Life from the Avadanas, Indian Research Institute. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Further Sources of Vijayanagara History, University of Madras. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, The Tamil Kingdoms of South India, The National Information and Publications. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, South Indian Influences in the Far East, Hind Kitabs. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, History of Srivijaya, University of Madras. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, A History of South India, from Prehistoric Times to the Fall of Vijayanagar, Oxford University Press. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, H. S. Ramana, Historical Method in Relation to Indian History. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, A Comprehensive History of India, Orient Longman. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Development of Religion in South India, Orient Longman. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, The Culture and History of the Tamils, K.L. Mukhopadhyay. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Sources of Indian History with Special Reference to South India, Asian Publishing House. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, A Great Liberal, Speeches and Writings of Sir P. S. Shivaswamy Iyer, Allied Publishers. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, G. Srinivasachari, Life and Culture of the Indian People, A Historical Survey, Allied Publishers. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Cultural Contacts Between Aryans and Dravidians, Manaktalas. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Age of the Nandis and Mauryas, Motilal Banarsidis. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, G. Srinivasachari, An Advanced History of India, Allied Publishers. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Foreign Notices of South India, From Megasthenes to Marwan, University of Madras. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Sangam Literature, Its Cults and Cultures, Swathi Publishers. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, Aspects of India's History and Culture, Oriental Publishers. Sastri, A. Nilakanta, South India and Southeast Asia, Studies in Their History and Culture, Gita Bookhouse.